send the National Guards to Chicago, man. Not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles, nigga. We are not Washington, D.C., nigga. This is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang. Good afternoon, y'all. Hey, man, this is still TikTok, so I'm not gonna say nothing crazy. But, listen, you Chicago Whitehead, bro. The military is coming. The National Guard is coming. And they are unlike your police departments. And they are not controlled, ran, or governed by your police departments. Please don't let that governor and that mayor gaslight you. They cannot support you and they do not have your back. And I'm going to be honest with you, with all the mayhem and the BS and the trouble that you guys have caused, nobody's going to riot for you. Nobody's going to protest with you. You guys are about to have an awakening. You know what I'm saying? So my best advice to all you young brothers, man, young sisters, whoever's involved in the shenanigans is please go home. Stay at home for a minute. And if you got something that you don't want them to find, you need to get all the way rid of that, man, because they're coming. They're coming. And a little hint to you guys. I know you guys are thinking, man, they can't be all over the place. They can't be everywhere at once. And we can shoot over here and they won't know. Listen, the federal government is not coming with state stuff, if you understand what I mean. They're not coming with state technology. They're coming with federal technology. And you have to understand that when the federal government comes into a picture with federal technology, you have the whole power of the United States government behind them, which means satellite technology. Gun firing technology, which means if you pop a gun here, they can triangulate it and track it right down to you at that very moment. Then all they're going to do is go in and demand that every shop owner and business owner within the vicinity release video camera footage. And trust me, they can't say no. And they're not going to say no because they're tired of what's going on out there in Chicago. You guys really, man, y'all done messed that state up, man. And you know what? As a black man, I'm really over watching you guys kill each other, man, because you're killing off my next generation of people. You're killing off a lot of the older people, too, and you got so many victims of so many different colors, and you guys just don't give no fucks. But I'm going to tell you something, man. This dude is going to bring in somebody who's going to clean that shit up. And I hope that y'all go along with the program, man, and not be the ones to be the example, because like I told you in the beginning of this video, I'm not going to protest for you. You know, you were warned. I'm not going to riot for you. You know, you were warned. You were told. I'm not going to advocate because you were told in advance to chill the fuck out, calm the fuck down, and sit the fuck down somewhere. Now, you guys consider yourself grown at the age of 14, 15, 16, so do whatever the fuck you like. But at the end of the day, when he brings the National Guard through there, please don't let that governor, that mayor gaslight you. You are not battling nobodies. They are not the best trained, but they are significantly trained in combat tactics. And while you guys are talking about, well, we got switches, well, your switches don't compare to nothing they're coming with. Nothing. You think they're coming with pistols? You think they're coming with some Glock 45s, a couple of 9 them? No, bro. You think they're just coming with M16s? M16 is far from the worst thing they can bring. I mean, all of you guys have played Call of Duty, so if you want to act like you don't know, then act like you don't know. But I'm going to tell you this right now, 2 things for sure. They're going to unalive a bunch of you. You point a gun at him, you're going to be unalived. So be safe, man, and whoever's watching this video, you know, It's just my opinion, but man, please like, share, follow, get this video out there so people can see what's going on and what's about to happen, because this is not going to be a pretty sight, especially if the YNs think that they're fighting nobodies. You're going to see real fast.
There's a saying in the world: you ask for it, you're going to get it. Something like that. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. As the older gentleman stated, fuck around and find out. That's this brother had put that. Which, UYN is gonna fuck around and find out. And I put a video. The Wadi Albashim Yahshua. I figured how to use that Instagram thing. But the video with a YN from Chicago, and he's like, I guess, obviously he's gaslighting, so to speak. Let me break it down to you like this. The U.S. military, for the past X amount of years, has been on a level of guerrilla warfare. In other words, the U.S. military, the training that the military has gotten, U.S. Marines and so forth, by the occupation of these other nations, they use herbal warfare. I'm going to repeat it again. The U.S. military, right, that's been occupying these other nations, have been using herbal or urban warfare. In other words, inner cities. You think when they went to Afghanistan, not even Afghanistan, Iraq and all these other nations, they don't have neighborhoods and tight-knit situations? Absolutely. So for you to think, that should show you how a mindset of a Negro is, because you unaliving your own such in a way that you are stupid enough to call in the U.S. government, who's well known for kicking your ass in history. All right, well known for effing you up. You fuck around, you will find out. Which you all are, because something that the man said. We've been telling these things was gonna happen. See, unlike these other camps or these other TikTok guys or these overnight sensation, we've been saying this for years, decades. All right, that this situation is called Jacob's trouble, and you niggas are about to receive all the murder, the senseless murders that you have been doing to your own. You about to receive it and then some. Niggas make artwork of killing other niggas, and I'm not sugarcoating anything. I remember I was watching a video. I don't know if it was Instagram or whatever, and the guy was saying, murdering or getting bodies is the new currency. So you niggas have a bloodthirst nature towards your own. You're nothing but a sack of shits. All right. And for this dumbass Negro over here, thinking like he's.
They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's.
And here's a funny thing about what he just said. They can't do nothing about it. Like the man said, they're not coming on some state shit, my man. This is going to be some martial law. This is military law. This is some military shit. The same thing that kept you safe and that made you feel good at night, knowing that outside the country, they ain't fucking with you. So you could just run amok and do whatever you want to do on your own, well, guess what? That force is going to come turn against you because the National Guard, they get the same training. But once you think that you overwhelm the National Guard, what you think is next? What do you think is next? You know, what's next is the actual military. And don't let it be foreign military, which that's going to happen. They're not going to show you no mercy, none whatsoever. So, our people have become domesticated and have not learned from history because they don't know nothing. The scripture said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Well, when you have somebody that's coming in and going to take over, they fuck you up. All right. So I seen this. Obviously, he's a foolish young man. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. You saw the comment says, laugh and good luck. Very interesting. Damn, old boy. It's about to be a bloodbath. So that's Ezekiel 35, but that's talking about Esau Edom. Jacob's trouble. He think they care about all ET. I don't know what the ET stand for. They don't give a fuck about all your little dumb shit. You better follow what they say. This is the worst possible income for you lawless Negroes. All right. Doesn't he know that? Doesn't he know he's in the land of captivity? Doesn't he know his captivity? No. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and that even in that sense, it's speaking of the laws, the statutes, and commandments, knowing the Lord. So the judgment that the Lord brings upon His own people, you lacked of, but to claim to be an American and not know the history of the U.S. cavalry and what they did to to the Native Americans, what they did to cities. All right, with Jake that was in there, the National Guard that came in. You don't know nothing. They don't give a fuck how many choppers that you have. Oh, first and foremost, yeah, I ain't bringing no scriptures yet. Let me just let this out. First and foremost, all you guys that have guns, big choppers, big guns, even New York, it doesn't matter who. You are already on the list. You're gonna be eliminated first. All right. They're gonna find the threat and eliminate the threat off top. So all this shit, man, this is beautiful. Martial law is going to take effect before the blood dry on the pavement. Is exactly what he wants, and it's y'all own fault slaughtering each other. Yes and no. They're using this as a catalyst to get into that so they could bring in martial law. They could have been stopped certain things, but they allowed it to happen. So yes, it is the natives' fault, but in reality, it's the Lord that's bringing this on them. It says, "Nigga, are you stupid?" They dropped a bomb in a whole neighborhood. Yup, in Philly, back in the day. Switches or not, y'all can't fuck with military, gang. What the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas, right? And that's what. So if they did that to their own U.S. citizens that they deem unlawful, and this, that, to the third, they dropped a fucking bomb. What do you think they're gonna do to you niggas that's out there? That they got drones. They don't even have to bring in. Man, y'all niggas lack imagination. Y'all lack insight. You lack danger, and this is the Lord. The Lord is doing that. He's blinded you to the fact of your own destruction. Matter of fact, let me start with this scripture because it's kind of burning in my head right now before I get this one. Zechariah 14, I start at 1. It says, "Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thou shalt and thy spoiled shall be divided in the midst. For I'll gather all nations against Jerusalem." What is Jerusalem? Or Jerusalem. city of peace. Who represents that? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And so the Lord said he's gathering the nations to come against you, the military, to battle, and the city shall be taken. And he said it was gonna be, you're gonna fight and you're gonna be succeed. It's gonna be taken. All right. It's no matter how many mamas gonna come out. Oh, that's my baby. That ain't right. Listen, military law, it does not matter. If you deem a threat, if you they think that they look at you as a threat, you are being wiped the fuck out. This is the cold hard facts. All right. It says the cities shall be taken and the houses raffled and the women ravished. Which ravished mean what? Thing that everybody's afraid of. They looked at GMS back in the day. It was like, oh, you guys are this and that. Well, y'all about to find out when it's martial law. All right. Yeah, they are military laws that states they can't do that. Does that stop them from doing that? After ask the Afghanistan, they have to get Afghanistanis. Ask anybody that the U.S. military has occupied. Did that stop them from doing that to their women? No. All right. Especially if you have those good old boys who feel like you threatening the United States. It's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. It says, and half the city shall go forth into captivity, concentration camps, and the residue of the people shall be cut off from the city. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations as when he had fought in a day of battle. So the Lord is allowing these things to happen, and then he's going to come down because you have to get rid of the undesirables amongst his people. You got niggas claiming to be Hebrew Israelites that are gang affiliated. And as soon as this, I'm talking about the Peg Master, as soon as he said he represented that gang more than being an Israelite, that gang got some RICO charges. It doesn't matter to me how many fucking gangs. It doesn't matter how militant you think you are. This is you play with Esau's blessing. All right. Esau is blessed with the sword. We're not. All right. Yeah, there's warriors amongst us, but that's how far it goes. So the Lord is gonna allow this to happen. It's beautiful, man. This is beautiful. Romans 13. I'm gonna go to the point. It says, matter of fact, 3. For the rulers are not a terror to good works. So all that shit that they doing, what's that shit they call in the streets when they token, smoking so much, they ops is ashes and whatever. All that evil fucking sadistic shit. And then you're making it music and you're talking all this shit. How niggas be bodying this and that. That goes for New York, LA, goes everywhere you niggas dwell. All that shit that shit is evil. All right. Y'all some sadistic motherfuckers, man. All right. All that's what's about to come down on you is not because y'all was some good, y'all take care of your neighborhood, y'all protected, the hood and shit like that. Nah. What's coming down on you is your own fault, your own cause. It says, but to the evil without even not be afraid of the power. So he's not afraid, and there's others like him. Just because this, I know I'm trying not to. Just because y'all niggas can smoke some fucking weed and y'all get hungry in the middle of the night, you go to the store, don't mean that you're going through hell, son. All right, you got people in other countries that's going through worse shit than the average American. So don't come with that shit. Okay, I grew up in that era. Everybody wanted to be like, yo, we come from the hardest spot. We didn't come from nothing. Yeah, we in hell. We are in hell. But the Lord makes sure he maintained us, that we was not utterly destroyed. That's the only reason. But you Negroes, Latinos, have a tendency of just destroying your own shit, your own people, just because you hate. And y'all thought y'all so weak. Y'all fucking weak. All right. That's some weak nature shit that y'all be doing. And like the man said, y'all destroying the next generation. Y'all destroying your own, and is a joke to you, you effing clowns, yo. So it says, "Would thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same." Doing that which is good doesn't mean walking an old lady down the block. And you got the Chicago camp, which is huge. So you got brothers out there that's telling you the fuck you going off at. And yet you animals, you pieces of shit, find it unnecessary to even to hear. So the Lord is about to let loose on you. All right. For he is the minister of the Most High, talking about the powers to be, and to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. Adultery, homosexuality, selling drugs, all right, massacring your own, destroying your own kind, all right, that's evil. You should be very afraid, but it shows the lack of um fortitude that you have in your mind. You're not afraid, which is a complete. That's the most dumbest thing. You got other nations that are afraid. Nations that can't fight, that can't fight America, have to prepare themselves for when America comes through. All right. You don't have a million. He said what? They have over 100,000, bro. They don't need, like the man said, they don't need to send boots to the ground, son. They can just send drones. They got technology. They use the best good film to watch. I don't know if they even still have it. The documentary, Panama Deception, gives you an idea that the tools that they have, and they was using that on people that's not Americans. So now when they turn their guns, DJ Trump is giving them the green light to turn their guns on to their own citizens. The same shit that you think that's dope, they about to use it on you. It says, but be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain, for he's the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. So be afraid. Be afraid, you young niggas, YNs, be afraid. They go to fucking Chicago. They go to New Orleans. They come to New York. Go to LA. Be afraid. Because this is it for you. The fulfillment of Jeremiah, the 18th chapter on down. The fulfillment out of your forefathers' mouth when the Lord was crucified. And he said, let his blood be upon their children. All that's coming back. All right. All of that is coming to you. Sad, man. Beautiful. Sad. It says Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 8:1. Strive not with a mighty man, lest thou fall into his hands. So striving means don't fight against a mighty man. Don't do it to yourself. But you got idiots out there thinking that they something. All right. Be not variance with a rich man, lest he overweigh thee. For gold have destroyed many, and perverted the hearts of kings. Strive not with a man that is full of tongue, and heap not wood upon his fire, meaning add not more to the fire. So they'll look at that as a challenge. You know, they'll look at that as a challenge. The military is already a racist organization. All right, is already a racist organization. All the stuff that they've been doing all these years from 2001 to now, all these little skirmishes that they've been conducting, and all of the the urban warfare that they've been conducting, oh, they beyond ready. They are beyond ready. They're ready. They're ready. All right. This is not like I was back in the days, man. You don't the kid gloves are off. That's a problem with most Americans. You know, you get comfortable with certain things. You get comfortable because you believe you know the system. You heard word of mouth how the system works. So you got it all mapped out in your head. Oh yeah, if I get locked up, blah blah blah. My people's over here in this jail cell, and this I'll be taken care of, and all I got to do is this and that. There ain't gonna be none of that. Then you're not gonna be sending no kites to get protection. Ain't gonna be none of that shit. Hey, the same way that you see these local jails are, when the military comes into thing, ain't gonna be like that. You're not gonna get the protection that you think you're gonna get. A lot of people is just gonna be executed. All right, you talking about some draconian shit? Draconian meaning dragon-like. That's gonna be some draconian shit. That's why they made all those plastic coffins. And since y'all niggas love death so much, death is coming. Death is coming for you. I had this real quick. Proverbs 15:2 is right. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge. All right. But the mouth of fools pour out foolishness. And that's just foolishness that's coming out that young man's mouth. You feel so convinced in your mind that you feel like you can't be touched. Shit. That's crazy. You're talking about delusion. We thought the white man was delusional. The Esau is delusional, which he is, but y'all niggas are fucked up in the head. Y'all really don't have a clue. A matter of fact, Isaiah 1, let me see, boom, boom, boom. Isaiah 1:7. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour in it. Strangers devour it in your presence. It is desolate, as overthrown by strangers. Thy daughter of Zion is left as a cottage, and a vineyard as a lounge in the garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. And this has happened throughout history towards our people. You know what that means? It means that you have no protection. You've been taken out. The Lord's about to send a wrath within this man towards you. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we would have been as Sodom, and would have been like unto Gomorrah. Yes, and majority of our people today walk around a bunch of Sodomites, Gomorrites, and so forth. It's not talking about that. It's talking about the actual destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. So if it wasn't for the elect, the only reason why Chicago may not be utterly destroyed because you have a camp there. All right. But the Lord might just say to those brothers, shut it down. And if that happens, y'all all fucked. All you Chicago goings are fucked. Hey, when martial law comes to New York, it's the same way. You might get the word, don't go out there no more. Then what you people gonna do? What you gonna complain about? You're experts in massacring your own. Matter of fact, that's all y'all know. Isaiah 51. It's really 20. But let me see if I get some more. 17. Awake, awake, O Jerusalem, which has drunken at the hand of the Lord, the cup of his fury. that has drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling that rang them out. There is none to guide her among all the sons whom she hath brought forth. Neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that have brought her up. These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Like the man said, I'm not gonna say. He said, don't ask me for nothing. I'm not gonna protest or nothing like that. The jig is up. The empathy, the sympathy, the feeling sorry for, back in the days in the '90s, it was kind of understandable. There was still some sort of respect there, even though the young men were wilding. You know, the offsprings of that is what you see today. But it's gotten to the point there's no more excuses no more. There's none. And it's technically it's true. You have technology. You got it's easy to access the things. There should be a smarter, sharper generation. I was just talking to my cousin about it. I remember growing up as a child, when he graduated, what was it, elementary school, and they'll play that Whitney song, the Whitney Houston song, I believe, "The Children of the Future." You know, so it was like you was supposed to be better than the last generation, but it just got worse and worse and worse to the point where scripture tells you that women bring forth monsters, and we see it. We see that shit. But what happens when someone continuously do the same shit over and over again? You can't rebuke them. They act a fool. There's nothing left. Nobody's gonna feel sorry for these. Well, you're not. Don't ask no brothers in GMS. Like, yo, pray for these people. Pray for what? Hey, scriptures tell you as Jeremiah 11:14. It'll say, pray not for these people. Don't pray for them. Don't waste your time. We're not. We're praying that these things happen to you. All right. Desolation and destruction and famine and the sword, by whom shall I comfort thee? So this is what's coming. Y'all gonna be starving in the hood, all right? Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. And you put a wild bull that never been in captivity. You throw a net on it, they're gonna lose it. They're going to lose it. So this is what plagues our people. And here it is. It says they are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power. So they're full of the fury of the Lord, but yet they can't they don't know where this thing is coming from, because they can't uh, aim it. So they see each other as weak, so they destroy one another. All right, that's what the scripture says. I found among my people wicked men. It says Jeremiah 5. It says, could go there. Which is, you don't have to see it no more. Let me see. Hold on. Jeremiah 5 and 6. I'm just going to go to that point. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them. A wolf of the evenings shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities. Everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces, because their transgressions are many, and their backslidings are increased. What does it mean to backslide? It means to go back to that degenerate state. Matter of fact, I'm paraphrasing it. The definition says turning away, turning back, apostatize, backsliding. So they're turning back. So you tell them, don't do this, they do it. This is how you're supposed to act. You're not supposed to act like this. They completely do it. All right, they got the spirit of their mamas on them. And I was just thinking about it when you tell a girl, you look nice, look original. What she does, she'll change her look. All right. Why? Because she's a rebellious. Oh, that's what it was. Back in Isaiah. No, I know I brought it up for a reason. 10. Da, 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 da. Right. Isaiah 1 and 17. There it is. It's 8 is down there. It says, learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, and plead for the widow. Come now, and let us reason together, saith the Lord. So the Lord been trying to reason. The Lord's hand stretched forth out. The Lord's hand is his prophets. He stretched forth his hand out. And what do you assholes do? You fan the hands down. Like, nah, we're good. It says, though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though there be red like crimson, there shall be as wool. In other words, though you caught red-handed, all right, you got blood in your hand. If you listen to the Lord, you be cleansed. If ye be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. But if you refuse and rebel, you shall be devoured with the sword, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. Now, who happens to be the mouth of the Lord? The prophets. All right, the prophets of the Lord. Matter of fact, I don't have to bring it out. It says, how is the faithful city become a harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness lounge in it. But now murderers, the silver is become dross, the wine mixed with water. That princes are rebellious and companies of thieves. Everyone love gifts and follow after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither do if the cause of the widow come unto them. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts, the mighty one of Israel. And oh, I will ease me of my adversaries and will avenge me of my enemies. This is the Lord speaking. So he sees you as an enemy. That's why Romans says what it says. This commission is not coming from Trump. Trump gets too much credit. All right. He gets too much credit for the things that was happening. Washington, D.C., da da da. This is coming from the Lord. The Lord uses men as he pleases. Proverbs 21 and 1. All right. This is the Lord's doing. He said, I'm going to ease me of my enemies. You became enemies of the Lord. All right. 2/3 of you are the Lord's enemies. It says, I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away the dross and take away all the tin. I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as the beginning. Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, and righteousness in the faithful city. Meaning, the Lord is going to about to cleanse by destroying you. All right, the Most High has no problem giving the word out to destroy His people. That's well known. That's well documented. Ezekiel, I was going to bring this out, 21 and 9. It says, Son of man, prophesy, say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and is also furbished. It's sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It's furbished that it may glitter, meaning sharp, extremely sharp, meaning technology, the way they conduct themselves. Esau Edom, how they got it perfectly. The police, the way the police fuck people up, police they do it because they have a lot of practice. They get their training from the Israelis, how they treat those people over there. All right. So they are real sharp what they do. They know how everything goes. It says, should we then make mirth? So thinking this is a joke? You think y'all niggas think it's a joke? All right. The joke's on you. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna sit back, enjoy, and let the Lord do his thing. On Proverbs 1 and to the point, it says, but you have set not at all my counsel, and I would none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear have come. And is the Lord going to laugh in the heavens? No. The men of the Lord is going to be laughing. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they hated knowledge and did choose not the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof, all the corrections. Therefore, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own and be filled with their own device. Meaning, in other words, whatever you did, the Lord's going to make you pay for it. Straight up and down. For they turn away of the simple shall slay them. So in the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. So the turn away of the simple shall slay them. And that was a simple statement. That's going to get you killed. All right. And I quoted it. I'm going to read it. And that's it. Jeremiah 18, I'll start at 20. It says, shall evil be recompensed for good? For they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them and to turn away thy wrath from them. So Jeremiah went through what we call, he was conflicted. He grew as a man to realize y'all niggas ain't right. All right. In the beginning, he was begging the Lord to protect you, not to destroy his people. But when he got to a certain stage in his life and he realized all the good that he tried to do for you, it meant nothing to you. Y'all was trying to set him up, talk shit around him, you know, like the brother in LA, man, stabbed him up. This is what, couple months back, whatever. You know, the community didn't come up to aid him or, you know, because they can say whatever they want to say about us. We don't get no confrontation whatsoever. There's no means of that behavior, but they do it. Why? Because they're nothing but fucking pieces of shit. So this is why we send up curses. This is why we follow what the scripture says. 2/3 of you are going to be destroyed. He says, therefore, deliver up their children to the famine. So it wasn't talking about gun violence. Nah, let them starve to fucking death. Let your children starve to death. Right? That's why he said, and pour out their blood by the force of the sword. Mean violent deaths. And let their wives be bereaved. Meaning what? Y'all don't, the women, the average Jake women don't give a shit about her children. But because her maternal instincts is not kicking, that's how much of a beast that they are. But the Lord's still going to find a way to get you. He's going to rip your children from you. Right? It says, and be widows, meaning no husbands. Nobody, no simp, no boyfriend, no mans, none of them is going to come to aid you in this time of distress. All right, they're gonna be victimized. Oh, and there's one more. Nah, you know what? I ain't gonna get that one. It's another show. It says, and let their men be put to death. All these tough guys, they're gonna be put to death. All right, let their young men be slain by the sword in battle. Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. For they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet. So that troop, that prophecy is going to happen. All right, that prophecy is going to hit and is going to destroy 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are going to be the victims of the set destruction. You might think that I could play neutral. I'm gonna mind my business over here, but the Lord ain't no minding no business. He's about to get all up in you. He's gonna use your worst enemy. He's gonna use your neighbor against you. He's gonna use every tool in his arsenal because you wicked pieces of shit think that nothing gonna happen to you. Oh, the saying. Oh, I gotta get this one. The saying in the world. Let's see. It was Amos 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent it. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nations of Shalom.